Hello, everyone, and welcome. I can't tell you how excited I am to kick off the first ever investor showcase event put on by Innovacorp. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Malcolm Fraser, and I'm the CEO. If you're joining us today, you'll know by now that we operate a venture capital fund that is designed to capitalize high potential innovation that's happening right here in Nova Scotia. We've invited you here today to share some of the top 20 opportunities in our pipeline right now, including some of our existing portfolio companies who are ready for a new stage of growth, and some new prospects that we've been getting to know over the last year through some of our programs. All of the companies presenting here today are actively raising or about to start a new capital raise for their next stage of growth. So the timing of getting you connected to them is perfect. This showcase event is all about the startups, and we've got 4 sector showcases for you: clean and ocean tech, ICT, life sciences and health technology, and we'll end on an emerging sector here in Nova Scotia, industrial biotech. Each company will have about 2 or 3 minutes to present their pitch, and it's really intended just to introduce themselves, not to give you the full story. If you see something that intrigues you, please don't be shy in reaching out to me or my team or to the companies directly to continue the conversation. We have a great event page on our website that outlines all the information on the companies and how to get a hold of them. We'll link that page in the chat now so you have it handy. So let's jump in. Our first showcase will feature 5 companies in the clean and ocean technology sector. The companies will present back to back, and in lieu of applause that they deserve, let's all head to the chat feature and give our companies a warm welcome. So let's hear from the companies now.
Hi, good day. My name is Richard Kolich. I'm the CEO at GSTS, and I'm here to talk to you about our company. We provide digital data solutions for the maritime sector. These solutions allow us to develop capabilities to save lives, energy, and the environment. The problem that we focus on is the lack of a global coordinated system to manage risk and provide predictability in the maritime sector. The result is that vessels arrive too early or too late. There's an excess use of fuel, about $150 billion spent annually. Ships are still used to conduct illegal activity. And in spite of all the technology, collisions and groundings still occur with a significant loss of human life and environmental impact. So we've developed Oceana, an artificial intelligence-based platform that manages risk and improves predictability. How does it work? Well, we're a spin-out of a space company, and we collect data from a range of different satellite systems that are increasing in numbers every year. We store the data and process it using artificial intelligence capabilities to deliver decision-making information to the end user. The AI means that the system gets smarter and trains and gets better every year. The benefits are improvement in the arrival times, resulting in better scheduling and resource management, which means that there is minimal excess fuel use because we match the ship speed with the berth availability. And we can detect illegal activity through pattern of life analytics. The markets that we focus on include commercial, civil, and defense and security, with a different level of subscription service for each one of those, but representing an overall market of $4 billion annually. Our team has been together and has a lot of experience, over 30 years working in the maritime, space, and defense sector, and a lot of experience developing and rolling out new technologies to new markets. Our business model is based on a cumulative subscription service where we increase the applications and revenue every year, as well as delivering analytic solutions or algorithms that can be embedded as defense and security programs. We currently have contracts in place that are development and demonstration projects, prototype testing, or product delivery contracts with the civil, commercial, and defense customers. Our plan is to expand our customer base over the next 12 months, scale up operations, and commence global rollout in 2023. Currently, we're conducting a $5 million Series A round to scale up our capability to make sure that we can secure $98 million in bookings by 2026. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Joe Murphy from Graphite Innovation and Technologies, and our product will save the shipping industry over $20 billion per year in fuel. Every year, constantly moving vessels spend over $200 billion on fuel, which translates to over 900 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions. As companies around the world turn their focus on being more environmentally conscious, this remains a significantly harmful portion of the economy. Many of the marine coatings products currently designed to help reduce fuel consumption leach high levels of copper into the water. Copper is one of the most toxic metals to aquatic organisms and is wreaking havoc on the world's marine life. Fortunately, there is a solution. GIT has created a marine paint that not only reduces fuel consumption, but preserves marine life and ecosystems. Our flagship product is a graphene-enriched paint that can reduce fuel consumption by up to 12%, or over $24 billion per year. Our product contains no VOC, which minimizes the loss of material to the environment when in use. Due to the graphene in our coatings, the product can be cleaned underwater without damaging the coating, unlike most of the current products on the market. This allows for smoother and faster hull maintenance, cutting dry dock frequency and related expenses. We have assembled a world-class team of R&D scientists with industry experience at coatings companies including PPG and AkzoNobel. The team is currently working to refine the product as we bring it to market. Ready to respond to any challenges along the way, our team has proven they can pivot quickly to changing landscapes and realize the potential of ideas. As we've grown, our management team has leveraged the expertise and prior successes of our advisory board, comprised of executives from shipping companies, coatings distributors, and prominent business leaders for advice and direction when making strategic decisions. While we believe our product will change the marine coatings landscape, it has no value without appropriate IP. In considering this, we have filed national patents globally for our core technology, with patents in progress for each of our 4 products. Our robust IP strategy is a key in retaining the value of our products in the company, and we have engaged leading IP experts in establishing and protecting our robust IP portfolio. We are innately aware of the competitive nature of our business, with many competitors with products already on the market. These products are designed to prevent accumulation of aquatic fouling on the hull of ships to provide improved fuel efficiency. However, many of these products are using harmful chemicals to prevent this growth. Our next-generation graphene-based coatings don't leach any chemicals into the environment and require less maintenance and care than current industry leaders. Due to the nature of the industry and environmental legislation coming into effect, competitors could become customers through a licensing agreement. The past few months at GIT have been focused on showing the world that our product provides significant benefits over current products on the market. We have partnered with various industry groups and companies and have secured $7.2 million worth of projects to pilot our product. Later this year, we'll be positioned to bring the product to the commercial market as we pursue manufacturing and licensing agreements with major industry players. We're looking to get in touch with new investors with smart funding as we bring our product to market and take GIT to the next level. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mina Mikhail. I am the CEO and founder of Impactful Health R&D. So what is it that we do? We develop sustainable active packaging to extend the shelf life of fresh fish. So what is the problem? Across the supply chain of fresh fish, all the way from the fisheries and aquacultures to end consumers, 10 to 16 million tons of fish is wasted globally every single year. And this is the current packaging that you see at your retailers that does nothing to extend the shelf life of fish, and that's precisely what we look to disrupt. Our solution, ActiPack, is a film-based technology that extends shelf life via 3 main mechanisms. 1 is reduced bacterial spoilage. 2, reduced lipid peroxidation, which is to say the off taste in the fish. And 3, reduce water loss in order to maintain the texture of the fish. And by doing this, we look to extend the shelf life of fresh fish by 15 to 30%. So in the case of salmon, that translates to 2 to 4 extra days of shelf life. We have huge economic impact on multiple stakeholders in the supply chain, but let me highlight to you the economic impact at the retailer level. So after conversations with a major retailer here in Canada that owns 30% of the market, we've run some numbers. So if we can extend the shelf life of fresh fish by 2 to 4 days, which translates to 50% less waste at the seafood counters, that is $28 million of captured value that is lost otherwise. But not only economic impact, we also have a huge positive environmental impact. By extending the shelf life of fresh fish, we reduce organic waste that ends up in landfill. And by providing sustainable plastic solutions like compostable plastics, we look to reduce reliance on traditional plastics. Our biggest competitor is called modified atmosphere packaging, which means immersing the fish in a controlled mixture of gases. And similar to us, does reduce water loss, and it does reduce bacterial spoilage, but the current packaging is not sustainable. And more importantly, it's very CapEx intensive in the sense that the processors have to buy the equipment, they have to train the personnel, and they have to change their current workflows to adopt MAP. In our case, we look to provide the processors with a role that will just replace their current role. So it's a plug and play system with no adoption cost. We obviously are very ambitious. We're starting with fish, but we look to expand beyond fish into meat, poultry, as well as pork. So I have more than 15 years of experience as a biomaterial scientist and 8 years as an entrepreneur. And I've put together a very strong scientific team in order to bring this technology from lab to market. And I've also surrounded myself with consultants that help with different aspects of the business, including the financial side as well as marketing. So we've achieved a number of things to date. From the product development point of view, we've actually achieved a proof of concept, which then led us to apply for a provisional patent. And now, just February of this year, we've filed our worldwide PCT patent. We formed partnerships with multiple stakeholders, including our customer, major fish processor, as well as our suppliers. And we've raised $660,000 in dilutive and non-dilutive funding. And obviously, we've had a lot of partners that helped us throughout this journey, including Innovacorp. And we thank them all for helping us get to where we are today. And we've won a whole bunch of awards, some of them international awards, and we are very proud of these achievements. Thank you so much, and I look forward to chatting with you.
Hello, my name is Arnold Furlong. I'm with Dartmouth Ocean Technologies, and we design lab-on-chip microfluidic sensors and samplers. The pain we're trying to solve is the outflow of nutrients from aquaculture sites, namely phosphate, and the monitoring of harmful algal blooms at those sites. Our solution is a phosphate sensor based upon a lab-on-chip microfluidic sensor, which includes our inlaid microfluidic optics that is patented. Our partner sensor is the eDNA sampler, which can be used in arm in arm with the phosphate sensor to provide a solution to the aquaculture industry. The market for these technologies is in the order of $230 billion. And our team members are myself, Arnold Furlong, Dr. Vince Sebin, Dr. Rob Bico, Dr. Julie LaRoche, and Roger Race for platforms, and Jim Hanlon in the area of business development. Our business model is focusing on our customers in the aquaculture industry, both for open water pens and recirculatory aquaculture systems, environmental monitoring, both for science and for runoff, that would be aquacultural and industrial. Our go-to-market strategy is to sell direct from Canada through an international collection of distributors, and we hope to get back to international trade shows in the near future. Our competition on the phosphate side is Seabird. Our phosphate sensor uses very little chemicals and therefore produces much less waste than Seabird's. And on the sampler side, it's McLean. Our technology is probably going to be about less than half the cost of the McLean sampler. Our execution to date includes setting up an office at Cove, hiring staff and subcontractors. We have several major contracts in hand. We're delivering product regularly. And we've got our IP wrapped up with a patent and a couple of patent pending situations. Thank you very much for your time. Look forward to answering any questions you may have.
Hi, I'm Sue Malloy. I'm the CEO of Glass Ocean Electric. We set out in 2016 to build electric boats, and on the right is our first that was completed during COVID-19. The motivation for our company is to address the fact that emissions from vessels are too high. This generally goes unnoticed because boats are at sea and most of us are on land. Technology has not evolved. We have a risk-averse industry because safety is paramount, and the regulatory environment has not evolved. It's using old rules. The world is urgently demanding change. We see it around us. Climate change is happening. The governments are ready. They are investing in solutions. Our solution is an electric workboat that can operate all year round and meet Transport Canada safety guidelines. We're focused on workboats because they're critically important for our sustainability. Think food and transportation. Our market is aquaculture, fishing, tourism, passenger, and research and military vessels. Our application is based on a kit that we have built for retrofits and new builds. The retrofits integrates modern clean technology into existing vessels, which reduces operating costs, emissions, and improves the work environment. We completed our first vessel in 2020, and this vessel project led us to win multiple awards, including the Ocean Startup Project and the Lieutenant Governor Award for Excellence in Engineering. In 2021, we're progressing by iterating our electrical integration kit, installing it on a fishing vessel, working with our partners, PBES, Mil-Aero, Canadian Maritime Engineering, and together with those partners, we're working on building additional boats in Canada and the Caribbean. We have achieved our milestones because of our team, and they've provided the foundation for reaching our next milestones. The next milestones are we're developing our consortium technology partnerships. We are developing our sales channels. We're growing our team, investing in IP development, looking for outside investment, and through our marketing channels, we expect to show up somewhere near you in the very near future. Thank you.
Thank you, clean and ocean tech companies. Off to a great start. Excellent presentations. Most of these companies are residents at our incubation facilities, the bays, and the startup yard at Cove. What a great showing from these places. Next up, we have our ICT showcase. This showcase will feature 4 companies working in a range of markets from construction to food safety to mining to investment. Once again, let's give them a nice warm welcome in the chat. Here they come.
Greetings. I'm Sean Pinder, co-founder of FoodBite. Before we get started, just a quick shout out to our friends at Innovacorp. We appreciate the opportunity to speak and present in front of you today and all your colleagues. FoodBite is the lifeline for food processors drowning in a sea of new regulation. The problem, you ask? Well, at the core, SME food processors must adopt food safety programs equivalent to large corporate manufacturers. This is due to the sweeping regulatory reform happening all around the world. If we unpack this problem, we see that the new regulations are handcuffing SMEs by geographic distribution and revenue. Also, large corporate food safety programs require capital and expertise. The traditional method of using food consultants are paper-based programs, also highly expensive. Paper presents a number of liabilities in and of itself, and accountability is a real problem for food processors because they're asking unskilled labor, making minimum wage, and tasking them with important monitoring and record keeping. Running a food processing business is not getting any easier. SMEs need a solution that not only allows them to become compliant, but doesn't let food safety and paperwork overwhelm their day-to-day business. So what's the solution, you ask? Well, after working with food processors for 3 years, we've learned that SMEs require accessible compliance, reduced labor costs, and automated record keeping. FoodBite automates food safety for SME processors. This is done when a processor uploads or creates a new food safety program on our platform. FoodBite then uses this information to automate all the requirements for the staff. So staff will know exactly what needs to be done, by who, by what date. FoodBite communicates this knowledge on a scheduled or daily basis. An uploaded and complete food safety program provides FoodBite an unprecedented view of the food and beverage industry, opening the door to AI and blockchain opportunities never seen before in the food and beverage space. FoodBite's on pace to change food safety around the world. Our pursuit to enable SME food processors today will soon empower FoodBite to shape food and beverage processing of tomorrow. Thanks for your time.
Hello, my name is Ashley Kilbertowski. I'm one of the co-founders and the Chief Growth Officer at Harbor. Our team at Harbor combined has over 30 years of experience in commercial development, complemented with experience in enterprise software development. Harbor is a fintech company for commercial construction, and we democratize payments and enable payables arbitrage. Today, payments are painfully slow because they are cumbersome, and proving the work that's been done on a project versus what's being invoiced and needs to be paid isn't easy. The process itself relies on lengthy billing cycles, and there's no incentivization to accelerate payments, which is a problem. Harbor helps flatten the traditional workflow so that invoices, approvals, and verifications can happen in real time. It's this model that creates a remarkable arbitrage opportunity at the moment an invoice is submitted, not at the time of consolidation, which could be weeks later. Payables arbitrage on Harbor produces significant revenue that is shared between the vendor and Harbor, and that is our business model. In terms of an external catalyst with the Canadian construction industry, we've got something called the Federal Prompt Payment for Construction Work Act. Now, this legislation is meant to improve payment cycles for the industry, but it puts pressure on the vendors to also streamline their approval and payments process. The expenditure in North American construction is expected to grow to $1.4 trillion by 2025. And our market opportunity is 100% to TAM because we are processing all the payments, not just the arbitraged payments. And one of our moats is migrating vendors and suppliers from checks to electronic fund transfer. Our monthly payments is growing at a rate of 245% month over month since we started with our beta testers earlier this year. Our NPV is approaching at $500 million in pilots alone. We have two revenue models. Both are based on our clients' annual NPV. We charge a software fee, and then we share the revenue on the arbitraged payables. Our target customer does between 50 and 250 million in annual construction value. I'm Ashley Kilbertowski, and thank you for your time. The team and I look forward to connecting.
Hi everyone, we are Core AI and we're about to transform the $100 billion mining industry in Canada. The global mineral exploration industry is lagging behind in the AI and Earth observation revolution. For well over 50 years, mining companies have relied on traditional approaches to keeping their claims open and active. New deposits are increasingly more challenging to find, and yet traditional methods are still largely being used. Core AI has created a DaaS platform that uses AI and cloud computing to unlock the potential of Earth observation data on any mineral claim. By integrating AI with spatial data, we are able to detect high-value minerals with 95% accuracy, map vegetation growth to the millimeter level, and provide a highly accurate understanding of environmentally sensitive areas. Our solution provides more insights per square kilometer, is faster and more affordable than any competitor and traditional method. Core AI replaces expensive consulting-based services and helps generate insights across complete mining lifecycle at a fraction of the cost. We have a DaaS model and we charge per insight per square kilometer. Every year, mining companies spend $1.8 billion on imagery, survey, GIS, and interpretations. Core AI aims to capture 20% of that market, which is around $375 million per year. Currently, the sector is flooded with service-based offerings from large to small consulting companies. There's a clear gap in the market for a more affordable and agile offering. So we are responding to the market pull by providing a more effective way to manage resource assets. We have the first mover advantage in Canada, and by using AI, we are able to generate insights 10 times faster and deliver it 3 times cheaper. Core AI has a multinational team with experience in AI and earth sciences. I have over 7 years of experience in building AI products. Rob has around 4 years of experience in earth sciences and remote sensing, and Prashant, our CEO, was the former Director General of Canada Centre of Mapping and Earth Observation. Along with that, we have a globally recognized advisors who bring in deep customer insight and have a strong business network. We have successfully implemented our solution across multiple projects for leading Canadian exploration companies. In the next 1 year, our plan is to rapidly race towards capturing the market. We have achieved early traction and are currently raising a seed round of $1 billion. Please reach out to us if you would like to know more about Core AI. Thank you.
A new market worth $38 trillion emerged almost overnight, and Riddle is here to keep score. We are building the largest database of ESG data that is mobilizing the world's assets and ensuring companies hit impact targets sooner. Corporations and investors are now required to report due to regulations, bank requirements, and customer expectations, while at the same time, they don't know how to measure and prove impact performance. The average large company has a budget of $720,000 for ESGs to manually do financial analysis, which results in wasted time and inaccessible data. We've created a single workspace for impact data collection, team collaboration, analysis, and reporting. We have built a social return on investment calculator that shows the dollars returned for every dollar invested and the projected value of future ESG investments. Our software allows companies and investors to create long-term ESG-related results by benchmarking and tracking performance. Our competitors fall into three main buckets: accounting, consulting, and software. We stand out from our competitors as we deliver SRI reports at a fraction of the cost and in real time, and are focused on the value of performance data for future predictability. For our IP, we maintain strict access controls on our code base and related assets that are the main IP output. We've built the A-team. We bring experience from startups and enterprise tech, including places like IBM, Ernst & Young, Radian6, and Salesforce, in positions such as founder, VP of product, and national account lead. We have an MVP that was built with paying early adopters, and in 2021, we have increased our average deal size by 320%. We are being referred by top institutions on impact measurement over our competitors and are moving into a phase of development, learning from companies like Fortis, Amera, McCain, and Major Drilling. We are closing our seed raise in June with over $1 million in the company. We're keen to talk to investors who are knowledgeable or passionate about ESGs. The future of business is changing, and Riddle will be there to keep score. Thank you.
Excellent job. Thanks, everybody. So impressed with these companies that have to tell a story in such a short period of time. It's a real challenge and a real art. Now, look, we've got two more sector showcases for you today. And next up is our Life Sciences and Health Technology Showcase. This sector is always a personal favorite because it feels so relevant to each of us every day. We've all experienced some element of our healthcare system, and in some cases, its limitations. So I'm excited to share these 6 companies with you who are unlocking new possibilities for human health and patient care. Let's see them now.
At 3D Biofiber, we have an advanced manufacturing process for protein fibers to solve the engineering challenges of our day. Protein fibers are some of the most exquisite natural materials. Collagen fibers are the most abundant protein structure in the body, and they're a key ingredient of cellular environments. Spider silk fibers are one of the strongest and toughest materials ever found and have the potential to be a biodegradable alternative to Kevlar. In both of these cases, these materials cannot be directly harvested from nature, so a synthetic manufacturing method is needed to take advantage of these fibers for their potential applications. That's where 3D Biofiber comes in. We work with protein suppliers to get protein molecules and then use our proprietary dry spinning technique to spin these molecules into protein fibers of indefinite length with physical and chemical properties that match their natural counterpart. This in turn unlocks opportunities to develop novel products, for example, using collagen fibers in medical devices or using spider silk in advanced material applications. Our co-development approach allows 3D Biofiber to focus on the continuous improvement of our manufacturing processes, while our product development partners can focus on bringing new products into markets they are familiar with. A big focus of ours has been on the process development of fibers onto a bobbin. By creating collagen fibers of at least 100 meters that can be further processed using industrial textile machines, we enable applications in tissue engineering and regenerative medicine, whereas once we can reach spider silk fibers that are 1,000 meters in length with a high degree of quality control, we enable applications in biodegradable textiles, load-bearing and aerospace engineering, and ballistic protection in defense. We have over 20,000 meters of nanoscale filament in a single production run at the moment, and this enables downstream processing such as braiding collagen into an artificial blood vessel, a proof of concept we expect to have within the next month and a half. We also have lead prototypes for the unregulated biomedical research market. The 3D tissue culture market is valued at $1.6 billion, and our scaffolds have been validated by key opinion leaders, where our collagen scaffold is more biologically relevant and consistent for a cellular environment than some other products on the market. The 3D Biofiber team is really what's going to make this business a success. Our team has over 60 years of experience in biotechnology startups and we have technical experts in cellular environments and protein fibers. As of June, we will be in a Series A financing, so if you're interested in learning more about our company, please email us and we would be happy to connect with you offline. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Chris Barton, and I'm pleased to introduce Imagix, a medical technology company focused on vascular health in the eye. Eye care is a highly inflexible process today. Someone with visual symptoms will likely go to their family doctor, to an optometrist, and only once the situation is serious enough do they get examined by an ophthalmologist. That's because there's a major bottleneck in the way care is managed. There are only so many ophthalmologists, only so much time in the day, and this impacts on how likely it is to see a specialist. Only 20% get seen. The biggest part of this bottleneck is doctor time analyzing images. So Imagix's goal is to widen the bottleneck by streamlining image analysis. Our first product is called Reticad, medical decision support software that mines high-content imagery for earlier, efficient, and more effective management of eye diseases. Reticad is built on over a decade of research and insights and is already the subject of an issued U.S. patent, with more on the way. Reticad reveals not only detailed anatomy, but also regions of low blood supply, regions of leaky blood vessels, very small regions of bleeding called microaneurysms that are a sign of early disease, and because imagery can be compared between patient visits, it can show the effects of certain treatment decisions. Reticad gives ophthalmologists greater accuracy and a faster workflow. You can see the clear advantage of Reticad when you look at the way ophthalmology currently does it. On the left is a time-lapse film strip of imagery. Doctors have to interpret this manually right now, in a slow and unreliable process. But with Reticad on the right, there's an intuitive, clear picture with color coding that causes even small areas of potential pathology to pop out of the imagery in a way that manual reading can't match. Imagix has a strong team of scientists and engineers led by Dr. Alon Friedman, an experienced physician, researcher, and entrepreneur, and he's well complemented by support across business units for finance, regulatory, IP, and commercial execution. Imagix's competitors actually occupy a different niche. They have products that try to help eye doctors or the general public identify problems with their eyes. But screening eyes with smartphones doesn't do anything about the bottleneck because ophthalmologists are the only ones involved with treatment, and Imagix is the only company approaching the problem in this way. We've shown Reticad to prominent ophthalmologists, and they agree there's real value here. 3 hospitals are already planning to test Reticad. We have a suite of products in mind, starting with Reticad in clinical research and building to a commercial launch to larger clinical use after US FDA clearance in 2022. We are currently raising a round of seed financing to move our first product through regulatory clearance and into this US market. Please get in touch if you'd like to join us on this journey to transform eye care. Thank you.
I'm David Burke, CEO and founder of NextGen Care. We're a cloud-based software company providing innovative solutions to enhance care and increase ROI for operators of senior care communities. As a former owner-operator of senior care communities, I have firsthand knowledge of the challenges operators face. At the top of the list, care and business insights are not where they need to be when they're needed, nor in the hands of those who can make a difference. This drives double-digit inefficiencies and a lack of accountability and transparency in a $1 trillion U.S. industry. COVID is a prime example. Scattered, inconsistent contact tracing, ineffective isolation surveillance, poor PPE management, chronic workflow and staffing issues, and the list goes on. Simply put, operators lack the care and business intelligence to affect outcomes. That is, until now. Built by operators for operators, our enterprise solutions are proven to enhance care and increase ROI. Our solution knows which insights matter, when they matter, and places them in the hands of those who can make a difference. We have a diverse and strong management team. Our co-founder and my business partner, Dan LeBlanc, is a tech entrepreneur. He's the past president and CEO of an international data analytics and software company, which he led to successful sale to a publicly traded company. Together, we've been able to attract top-level Fortune 500 talent. At the core of our platform are proprietary algorithms measuring every interaction We know all resident to resident, staff to resident, and resident to staff interactions in real time, 24/7. Our Magic measures key data points related to all these interactions and mixes in industry-specific business logic to determine the meaningfulness of care. We call this the M factor. We are commercially successful in both Canada and the US with some impressive outcomes and a strong client pipeline. There are a lot of great companies doing interesting things in this space. Our combination of RTLS and our ability to be able to measure care within a facility and across an organization uniquely positions us amongst our competitors. This is a $1 trillion US industry today, and it's expected to be over $2.5 trillion in less than 9 years. With double-digit inefficiencies, there is a serviceable market of more than $200 billion US in the US alone. We have strong revenue and growth pathway to $12.5 million annual recurring revenue in 2023. 85% of this ARR is already under contract, with the remainder in an LOI with a defined contract deployment schedule. We currently have an open round of funding for $2 million Canadian. 1.5 of this is already hard circled, and we are looking for a lead investor to help us close out this round. I'd be happy to chat with you about this exciting opportunity. Thank you for your time and interest, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hamid Hanafi, and I'm the president of Novartis Technologies, where our mission is to make predictive lung health possible. Patients with obstructive sleep apnea have their airways blocked for periods of 10 seconds for up to 2 minutes. This could happen hundreds of times a night, leading to strokes and heart attacks. Now, the good news is that CPAPs effectively remove apneas. The bad news is that they are reactive. Every time an apnea occurs, it takes them 10, 20, 30 seconds to remove an apnea. They also provide too much air or too little air. Patients are always complaining about that. Also, patients are immobile on CPAPs. They can't roll over, they can't walk around the house. This has made patient adherence less than 50%. Less than 50% of patients that are prescribed with this machine would use them. This is a $6 billion market, and any improvement to CPAP machines is essential. We have a solution for this. Our solution is CMAP, an AI-driven software that could be installed on any CPAP machine in the market currently to make them predictive and preventative. We basically track airflow pattern of the patient. We know before an apnea is about to occur, and we can gently increase the pressure to not let it happen whatsoever. And we know this because we did an observational study, human study in Halifax, by collecting 70,000 apneas from patients. We know that our algorithms can predict apneas at least 2 seconds beforehand with over 90% accuracy. And now we're entering a first-in-man trial, human trial, in order to compare a CPAP machine with and without our software in terms of health outcome and improving patient adherence. Now, not only our software makes CPAP machines proactive, it'll make airflow management more comfortable because we'll provide the right amount of air at the right time. We can be installed on any CPAP machine. And eventually, because we make low pressure therapy possible by predicting and preventing them gently, we make the making of next generation of positive airway pressure machines possible. And we have designs in the works. We have protected this platform technology by filing different PCT patents, which protects this technology on application on any sort of ventilator. Our go-to-market strategy is to either license to a strategic partner or multiple partners, or go to market with our own OEM CPAP. And we have the strong team to do this. CMAP is the future of predictive lung health. Join us to help patients breathe easier.
Dr. Gordon's bum cream is a new drug, one that could affect the current standard of care for moisture-associated skin damage globally.
Moisture-damaged skin is a hidden, stigmatized problem, one linked to the development of pressure sores. Incidents of these nasty rashes range between 20 and 40% in nursing homes, hospital, and formal home care. That's 30 million persons in North America and Europe in care on any given day.
And this represents a $3 billion annual market opportunity, which will increase 20% as the population ages. Now, world leaders, including 3M, Essity, and Johnson & Johnson, they recognize this problem, but they don't have a product like ours in their portfolio.
The current standard of care involves the use of multiple agents, often in a trial and error manner. The nurses love our cream because it's a single step. Its light texture makes it easy to apply and doesn't treat the sheets. It also acts rapidly and is safe for repeated application.
Administrators love the cost savings, and literally patients ask to buy it to take home all the time.
Use began in Vancouver and quickly escalated, and history repeated itself when we moved to Nova Scotia. Currently, our cream holds a 30% market share of our hospital use, and nurses choose it more than twice as often as Canesten.
Now, our inventor, Dr. Ann Gordon, trained at McGill, and she's been an intensive care physician in Canadian teaching hospitals for over 20 years.
Our CEO, Johanna Mercer, is an experienced producer who has secured significant undiluted funding.
This is helpful, as our lawyers are Norton Rose Fulbright in Toronto. Other things, we do have patents pending in North America, and we will receive a DIN, or drug identification number, from Health Canada, which is very important.
We're on track to submit an application under an interim order for COVID products by September, which could result in immediate authorization to manufacture and sell in Canada.
And we're currently raising funds in anticipation of this approval. Thank you.
Swiftsure Innovations intends to provide registered nurses with the tools they need to improve patient outcomes. Disposable oral care devices used for patients on life support do not allow for irrigation of the oral cavity. This leads to thick, dehydrated mucus that adheres to the back of the oral cavity and to the endotracheal tube, providing an ideal growth environment for bacteria. Bacteria that colonize the mouth are often the causative agent of ventilator-acquired pneumonia. Ventilator-acquired pneumonia is the most common hospital-acquired infection in ICU, and of all hospital-acquired infections, it is the most fatal and costly. Swiftssure's complete care system will enable safe nasal and oral irrigation of mechanically ventilated patients. This system aims to decrease the incidence of ventilator-acquired pneumonia, decrease length of mechanical ventilation, and decrease length of hospital stay. Swiftsure has initiated design planning with Ironstone Product Development. We have completed qualitative market research. We have a regulatory and reimbursement strategy in place. We've received commitments for $390,000 of non-dilutive funding. We have a priority filing date with the USPTO, June 2020, and an IP strategy in place for a family of future products. Our team consists of me, Deanne McCarthy, founder, critical care nurse, and patient advocate, Robert Tersini, who's focused on non-dilutive funding and government tax credits. Our scientific advisory board will be instrumental in advising us how to best leverage future empirical evidence. We are currently fundraising $1 million in pre-seed financing. Our lead investor is Threshold Impact. We have completed due diligence with Ray Mazuka and have soft-circled $500,000 of the $1 million that we are seeking. With these funds, we intend to host a pre-submission meeting with the FDA, complete product development, and obtain phase 1 clinical evidence.
Fantastic. Wow. It's amazing to see what the future healthcare can be, especially in the times that we're in today. So thank you to those companies in our Life Science Showcase, and a special shout out to those who are residents at the labs, another one of our incubators here in Halifax. Now, last but not least, we have our Industrial Biotechnology Showcase. This is an emerging sector in Nova Scotia, and one that our team is really excited about. A couple of the companies in this final showcase have even made an international move, bringing themselves and their business to Nova Scotia. They were able to take advantage of our startup visa program, which puts high potential entrepreneurs like the ones you're about to meet on a fast-tracked immigration path. We found some amazing entrepreneurs through this program, and we'll link to it in the chat if you're interested. Now, I'd be remiss to introduce the showcase without first giving some shout out to the Verschuren Center in Cape Breton. The Verschuren Center is a world-class clean technology commercialization facility and with many of our industrial biotech companies who are lucky to be scaling up their technologies and business there. This sector holds huge potential to help us make massive strides in our sustainability efforts. And I'm pleased to introduce the final showcase of the day, Industrial Biotech. Let's hear what they have to say.
More than 50% of all nitrogen fertilizer that's applied globally is lost to the environment, polluting water bodies such as lakes, rivers, and oceans in the form of algal bloom and contributing to greenhouse gases. Hello, my name is Santosh Yadav. I'm founder and CEO of Cortex Technologies, and I believe we have the technology to solve this problem for good. Among all the solutions that are currently available, polymer-coated fertilizers are the best candidate to solve this problem. These products have proven their ability to reduce losses up to 80%, but unfortunately, these products are not used widely because they're 2 to 6 times more expensive than conventional fertilizers. And high cost of these products is limiting them from solving this great problem. That's where we come in. We have a revolutionary new manufacturing process that can reduce the cost of manufacturing these products more than 80% over competing coating technologies, thus making these products truly affordable so they can be used widely and globally. If you look at the market for controlled release fertilizer, it is about $3 billion. But a low-cost, high-quality CRF product has a potential to disrupt this market. And we anticipate such a product would expand the market to $10 to $15 billion in next 10 years. And we have such a technology to make this kind of product. We have demonstrated our technology at lab scale and proven our cost and quality advantages to fertilizer manufacturers and competitors all over the world. And we have filed multiple patent applications to protect our technology. We have received tremendous interest for our technology from global fertilizer manufacturers, and we have received several offers of investments, licensing, and joint ventures from top global fertilizer companies. We are currently negotiating joint ventures with 2 fertilizer manufacturers. And our next step is to demonstrate the technology at semi-commercial scale. And I believe we have the team, the technology, and the contacts with the fertilizer industry to successfully commercialize this technology at global scale and hopefully solve this great problem for good. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nisha Sarveswaran. I'm the CEO and co-founder of KrakenSense, and we are transforming the food supply chain. Pathogen contaminations don't just affect the company that has the outbreak. Entire sectors are impacted. When a few spinach farmers had a problem in 2006, all growers suffered because produce price was cut in half. This happens because culture-based testing takes 3 days, and in 3 days, produce and meat can be distributed all over the continent. For a modern just-in-time food distribution system, testing needs to be real-time at the source. And that's where we've come in. We built our Kraken, our lab-on-a-chip system, to be a fully automated platform. It's based on our proprietary bioing technology that enables us to detect what's actually in the water without culturing the bacteria. That means we can have it in line with the food production system. We're sampling from the drain waters and the runoffs of the conveyor belt, irrigation systems, and washing stations. As the lettuce is getting washed, the washing water is pumped into the Kraken, where it's filtered, then concentrated, then a small droplet is placed on our sensor automatically. An electrical signal is generated, and our machine learning system maps the output and analyzes the data. Immediately, you get a report that shows the actual bacterial count. If there's a problem, an SMS alert is sent to the production facility. We're able to shut down and address the problem in real time. Our first pilot at Noggins Corner was extremely successful testing out the fidelity of our system and sampling protocols. To test out our system further, we have multiple pilots with True Leaf, Ransland Farm, and Sol Azul oysters. Our go-to-market strategy initially isn't to replace the existing 3-day culture-based testing. It's to supplement it with instant automated testing. The pathogen testing market is over $10 billion, with 738 million tests performed a year, but it's very fractured where everybody does their own testing with basic lab equipment. By offering real-time inline testing, we will consolidate this market over time. We're a passionate team of scientists and engineers focused on pathogen detection, and we're excited to bring the Kraken to market, and we hope that you join us in this journey.
My name is Vic Pandit, and I'm the co-founder of Ficus Biotechnologies. At Ficus, we make sustainable chemicals, and today we're helping cosmetic companies make cleaner products. The cosmetic industry buys about $3.7 billion worth of active ingredients. And today, most of these come from oil. But consumers don't want their products made from oil. You can see it all around us on store shelves at places like Sephora, and brands are responding. In fact, brands that respond are growing 4 times faster than their conventional competitors. And so there's a massive opportunity because the market is looking for alternative ingredients. Today, we make glycolic acid. The conventional process for making glycolic acid starts off with formaldehyde, and it leaves formaldehyde as a trace impurity in the end product. Our fermentation process makes a 100% bio-based ingredient that is also formaldehyde-free. Today, we've scaled our technology from pilot to demonstration. In fact, our demonstration plant will come online in July. It's located in Sydney, Nova Scotia. From there, we'll be selling our product and have real cash flows. In fact, we've already pre-sold half of our production from that plant. Today, we're on track to have commercial operations by using a toll manufacturer. We're in discussions with a large global distribution company, and we found significant interest in our product from customers. Today, we're looking for acceleration capital to help us reach our sales targets quickly. So please reach out at pandit@ficusbio.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sumit Verma. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Reagent. We are creating sustainable and regenerative agriculture. Increasing agricultural production sustainably and mitigating climate change are 2 of the biggest problems humanity currently faces. And we are solving both these problems. We have developed sustainable organic alternatives to replace synthetic agrochemicals and low-efficacy organic inputs in agriculture. Our solution also increased the carbon sequestration capacity of soil. Soil has millions of microbes. Many of these microbes have beneficial effects on plants. They help plants grow better and also protect them from diseases. Many microbes have the capability to increase the carbon sequestration capacity of the soil where they reside. We leverage these microbes and impart them the capability to flourish and amplify their effects on plants and soil. We have an amazing team. My colleague and co-founder and CTO, Dr. G.L. Rao, is a PhD and postdoctoral researcher in plant biotechnology with both academic and industrial experience in this field. And I worked in the chemicals industry for over 10 years in different roles such as technology, commercialization, sales, and marketing. And I knew these problems firsthand. And that's why we want to solve this problem. And we have a technology which is well protected by patents in Europe, North America, and South America. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Sabrina McKenzie, co-founder of Sea Change Biochemistry. We are the first company in the world to produce 3 high-value chemicals from a single seaweed species. The global seaweed industry is experiencing significant growth. This market growth creates a lot of economic opportunity. The 3 chemicals produced by Sea Change are critical input compounds into a diverse range of industries, all with growing billion-dollar markets. But they all suffer from wasteful manufacturing processes. The current model of using bio-based resources is unsustainable. 1 biomass, 1 process, 1 product. This generates a lot of waste and is a lost economic opportunity. The destructive nature of traditional extraction processes makes it impossible to extract more than 1 value stream. Our company's unique biorefinery design eliminates these problems by producing all 3 chemicals in 1 process. 1 biomass, one process, multiple products, no waste. This innovation reduces production costs by 50%, generates really high margins, produces the highest quality products, eliminates waste, and has a positive environmental impact. We have been fortunate to attract early investors who are actively involved and provide an extensive support network and valuable resources, which has accelerated our progress. In 8 months, we have greatly reduced the risks in our business. We've mapped out an IP strategy, developed a 4th product. Our pilot plan is operational. The superior quality of our products has attracted a lot of interest from customers internationally and locally. Initially, we will target the high demand markets for which we already have customers. This will generate revenue quickly and allow us to add higher margin products as we grow. Market demand for high quality, sustainably sourced seaweed extracts will far outpace our ability to manufacture in our current pilot plant. In late 2021, we will raise a major dilutive investment to build a plant 10 times larger than our current facility. It is our intention to build a highly profitable, scalable business based on responsible use of ocean resources right here in Nova Scotia. We hope to spark the growth of a sustainable seaweed industry here, which has widespread environmental and economic impact. Everybody wins. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Wow. Incredible companies doing really interesting things right here in Nova Scotia. So there you have it. That's what's coming down the pipe at Innovacorp. Now, we're always glad to share information and introduce you to the companies that we're working with here all the time. But really what we'd like to achieve is to help these companies make connections beyond their backyard, outside of Nova Scotia. And that's where I look to all of you. As I mentioned at the beginning today, our team is available to help provide any further information, but you can also reach out to these companies directly if you have more questions or want to get engaged. We will share a link in the chat that provides a link to the webpage that has all the contact information you need. Now, before we go, I want to thank you all for participating today and bringing an incredible energy to this virtual event. I'd like to thank all the companies who put a lot of time into their presentations today, and especially to the team at Innovacorp who put this together and made it happen. We hope it was a great event, and we hope to see you at the next one. Thanks.